Hello everyone, I'm trying to make my very first YouTube video on a dilemma I had with my Dewalt DCE512 fan. The motor is from 2012, it's old, and the brushes, as you can see here, are very worn, actually worn through. So I was making squealing noises. You can't find a replacement motor. You can get one from AliExpress. They're about 30 bucks. But it's under $20-$30 for shipping, and I'm cheap. I got about 32 years as a electromechanical technician, so I've been in maintenance for a while, and I tend to fix things instead of trying to just buy a new one and trying to save money, as we are all nowadays. So I got lucky. I went on Amazon and I found these. A replacement set of brushes, almost identical to the one I took off. Taking apart took a little bit of work, not bad. You just got to bend these tabs out and also desolder the caps from the terminals and just kind of pry them out. A little bit of prying, that metal cover comes off and this pops right out of there. Putting the new one in was fairly easy. I did have to, trying to find it here. This is raised a little bit here. So I took a pair of diagonal cutters and I had to cut this one off and cut this one off on this side. The diameter for the shaft is the exact same size I need. The outside diameter, exact same size I need. So I got lucky. These were $7 on Amazon. And a 2-day wait with Prime, so they got here quick. They went right in with those little bit of adjustments I made, like I just showed you. Right now I have to find a way to fasten that in there because there's not much left to crimp back over. So I'm hoping I can put a touch of solder here. I have to solder these back on and go from there. I did put a battery in the fan. I just kind of touched the wires to the fan and it sounds like brand new. So I'm excited I saved money and did it myself. Very easy. You don't even really need a whole lot of education to do these kind of things. Very little screws that come out. C-clip comes off the fan. You just pry that off with a screwdriver. Fan pops right off. I took it all apart so I can clean it. And then 2 screws in the front here go in these holes. That hole right there and that hole right there. And they hold the fan to the inside of the housing. So I'm at the point now, got stuck there. I'm at the point now where I just need to fasten this back metal plate in place with some solder. Solder these back on. Polarity does matter, and at this point I have no clue what's going to go where. So I'm going to stop the video now and continue when I get to that point. Alright guys, back out on my stove right now. Oh, that was stupid. Okay guys, back out on my stove here. I put 4 spots of solder around the outside of this motor. I know it's not pretty. And I didn't show me doing it because I know there's a lot of guys out there that would say, well, I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have done it this way. Or it looks like crap and stuff like that. But I'm 62 and I don't care. So This is not supposed to last forever. Hopefully until the brushes wear down again. And there's really not a lot of load on this end of the motor anyway. And I misspoke before, this is actually a 2021 fan. So the next step is to mount it back in the hole there with the 2 screws and determine on the back side of this fan here which wire goes where, because obviously the fan has to turn only in one direction, in the correct direction. So I'm going to mount that next and test which wire goes where. On the next step, I have the motor mounted, and it's screwed in, it's fastened. These wires I don't have soldered yet because I have no idea if they're even on right. So I don't want to do it twice. Rather do it right the first time. So they're in, they're loose, not soldered. Battery is in it. You can see the fan is mounted. I got the C-clip in here to hold the fan on, make sure it's in place. It should be going this way to cut the air. And it's going the wrong way. So it's a 50-50 chance. So now I need to reverse the wires and solder them. Alright, hopefully you can see I have the wires soldered in place now. I actually made a mark with magic marker in the bottom just so I know I wasn't going to screw up and put the wires in the wrong spot. You know, getting old, don't want to make mistakes. 62 years old now, so we got to make sure we do it right. I don't like doing things twice. So that's in place, wires are secured, the caps are also soldered back on. I believe they're just there to smooth out the DC signal going to the motor so it's a cleaner DC voltage. I wasn't even going to solder them back on, but they must have felt that was necessary, so I didn't want to change anything. One thing I did skip that you guys might be wondering is when you get the new brushes, how do you get those over the shaft? And I'll show you. Toothpicks. You spread those open so they're out like that. Otherwise you'll never get it on, trust me. You never get it on. Shove a couple of toothpicks through the holes they supply. And once you press that in on the shaft and get it where you need, pull the toothpicks out. Voila. All set. I'm going to put this back together and I'll show you the completed fan. Well, guys and girls, she's all back together. One note, these are Torque. These aren't Phillips. The rest of the fan screws like these in here, those are all Phillips. The two that hold the motor in are Phillips. These two are Torque, but I cheated and I had it's actually a triangle bit, an A23. So I cheated on that, but it worked. I got them out. I know this isn't for everyone. People say, why spend the time? Why do it? Simple answer is because I can. I do it for a living and I fix stuff, and I thought, why throw a good fan away when I can spend $6-7 and have this. It's the best portable fan I ever had. I didn't want to throw it away, and I can fix it. So hopefully this video was of help. If you have any questions, any at all, I'll answer anything I can. Because I literally I searched for local stores that were servicing, and I literally emailed 20 different companies. 6 returned, said they can replace the fan for a repair cost of $74. But I already had this one apart. So I decided to do a search, take a gamble, spend a few bucks, and this is what I got. So I'm happy with what happened. I'm happy with my results. Hopefully my instructions were clear enough. Any questions you got, I'll try and put the link down below. I have never done this before. First time doing this, so I'll try and get the link down below. Got them from Amazon. They're cheap, and it was extremely easy. If you repaired anything in your life, this fan is nothing. So hopefully you guys give me some good comments, positive feedback, and I'll try and get that link down below. Thanks for watching.